But with your best effort to clarify.
Yes, even I was talking to her again this morning, but the grant, they take all the grants in and then they only have so much money. And once they divvy it up, it's done. They were very apologetic, but at this late date, there's nothing that can be done. I will say that 3 days after we got this, I got a letter dated January 7th that said, yes, you've received this grant and we will come to monitor you for $53.80. Yes. We handle $5 million in grants and they're going to come audit us for $53.80. So I would please decline this grant.
Let us vote on it.
Yes, please let us. They did say that please apply again next year. This community did get this grant years back, over $50,000 worth. This is supposed to make up the difference between the 3 different funding sources. It's a very complicated deal, but it's very worthwhile. So
I'm really upset about it. Harris County gets $1.4 million in this grant.
We were the lowest.
We were the lowest in the state.
We should. Yeah, $53.80.
So, all in favor of declining the grant? Opposed?
Thank you.
Give it back. Okay. Item 12 is consider applying for school resource officer grant, control package grant, and crimes against women grant. Who's got that?
I didn't
Right. Oh, you didn't get it?
No, she didn't get it.
Well, we want to apply for these grants. And we also want to, we're looking for Crockett PD and doing a joint application for a school resource and vehicle grant.
Okay.
That's what we're looking at doing.
So you're just asking
Permission to apply.
permission to apply. Okay.
I make such a motion.
Second. Discussion. All in favor? All opposed? Great. Thank you, dear. Item 13 is consider action on accepting the 2013 Texas Indigent Defense Commission Formula Grant and necessary budget amendments.
Can I say something on this? We actually only normally get about $16,000 for this. So if I could do a budget amendment to increase, because this goes into our jury fund, so it's much needed of the additional funds for this grant.
All right, and if you'll notice, let's see, it's showing on this letter $28,988.
Yes.
That we received. So
I move that we accept this grant and also approve the budget amendment as asked for by the auditor.
all in favor of that? All opposed? Motion carries. We'll accept the grant and the budget amendment. Item 14 and 15 are the appointments of directors of the Houston County Emergency Services District 1. As you can see, there were 3 nominees, Dan Huff, Susan Robin, and Bill Horn for District 1. I make a motion that we accept those reappointments. Roger, you're going to...
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Commissioner.
Second.
All in favor? 3. All opposed? Motion carries. Now for District 2, we have Bobby Hutcherson and George Krausen Jr., who also have been a part of the emergency management district for some time.
Second.
All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries on that. Item 16 is the consider accepting unanticipated revenue for damage to County Road 1170 for Precinct 4 looks like $138.
I move we accept this donation.
Second. Roger. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries to accept that grant. Item 18 is the home disaster relief. This is a grant application that, excuse me, you're right. Here a presentation from Danny and Ethel Block regarding the old Shady Grove Cemetery. Ethel, if you could. Ethel and her husband Danny have done a lot of work in researching the old Shady Grove Cemetery, and the consensus is that the county might own a 2-acre tract within this holding, and if so, if there are mineral rights with it, then the county could in fact begin receiving some long anticipated revenue from them. So thanks in advance for what you've done.
Judge Ford, Commissioners, thank y'all for letting me be on the agenda today. As I stated earlier, Danny couldn't be here today, he had a conflict at work. But the reason I'm here today is to request county assistance in restoring an old cemetery. It has historical value. It's 2 acres located on private property, and it's near the Arbor and Shady Grove area. In May, we went out and visited the cemetery and saw what kind of condition it was in. It was in pretty bad condition. We noted an 1840 tombstone there, so we're thinking that grave is probably one of the oldest in maybe the state of Texas. I found the deed on the land after I started researching, and after we started researching, we also started cleaning the cemetery, and in August we uncovered a lot of graves from under shrubs, trees. I mean, it's just a mess. So if you look on the first page, or turn the page, property was donated in 1886, and next month this cemetery will be 173 years old.
See what you're showing us. Go ahead.
And I also, in my research, wondered why F.H. Bain donated the land, and in looking for him, I found out he was sheriff of Houston County at the time he donated it. And so I put a picture in there of him just for y'all to see. Some of the signers of the petition for Houston County in 1837, 2 of them are buried in the cemetery, and that's on the next 2 pages. John Hallmark and George Hallmark. Both of them were honored this past year. In August, I applied for the designation for a historic cemetery, and it was approved in October, and so I also put a copy of that certificate in this brochure as well. We have some really old tombstones there, one of them being iron and metal, and one that he just showed you. One's actually a concrete slab with George Hallmark and his wife Margaret on it. I also researched the veterans, just getting the historic value of the cemetery, and so I've listed those as well. One of them is considered a hero in Houston County, and that would be Shade Carlton or Shadrach Abraham Cross. That was his full name. And the M.C.P. Smith is buried there. He was actually a prisoner of war also, and I ended up leaving that off this. And I'm trying to hurry. I know that I've been here for a long time and want to leave early. The condition of the cemetery, like I said earlier, it's overgrown. Some places in the cemetery absolutely look like a thicket. I took some pictures of side views where you could actually see a tombstone that was laying on the ground. And we cleared a lot of that out. Some of them are broken, some of them need to be repaired. And that's the Baker's child. This was a 4-year-old child. The first day we went, we didn't find that tombstone. The second day, my cousin and I went, and he said, I see the base, the tombstone must be here somewhere. It was totally covered with dirt, and just by feeling around in the dirt, he found it and uncovered it. So after our cleanup day on August 4th, that's the white tombstone until